Hello, brave startup warriors. Welcome to the 10 Commandments of How Not to Raise Capital, your brutally honest survival guide to VC fundraising hell. I'm your host, here to navigate this circus where tears fuel the comedy. Why focus on the disasters? Because dodging the pitfalls is half the battle, and honestly, your misery is kind of hilarious. Let's get started. First up, the ghosting games, where VCs vanish quicker than your last dollar on a bad SaaS subscription. Exhibit A, the love bombing. A 3-hour meeting where they drown you in praise, you're a visionary, and map out next steps like they're ready to co-found your company. You're glowing. Then, nothing. Radio silence. Did they die? No, they just ghosted you harder than a Tinder match after a bad date. Exhibit B, the last-minute flake. You've driven 2 hours to Sydney, rehearsed your pitch in the car mirror, and bam, 5 minutes before showtime, something came up. Sure, like their cat's therapy appointment couldn't be rescheduled. And Exhibit C, the texting critic. They're hammering their phone during your pitch. TikTok? Crypto trades? Who knows? You're bearing your soul, and they barely glance up. Later, they tell their buddies, not memorable. Maybe if they'd looked up from X, they'd remember your face. Next, intellectual posturing, where VCs flex their genius by making you feel like you flunked kindergarten. Say hello to the nitpicker. You've got 99% customer retention? Amazing! But what's up with that 1%? They'll dissect a rounding error while ignoring your unicorn potential. Thanks, Sherlock. Then there's the time waster. 6 meetings, endless coffee runs, and then they drop. Oh, by the way, our funds fully invested. Cool, so those 20 hours were just their version of free entertainment? And don't miss the disappearing act. Closing's imminent, term sheet signed, and proof. They're sipping my ties in the Seychelles. No heads up, no postcard. Just you and a dead deal. Now, the bait and switch, a 3-act VC heartbreak special. Act 1, commit funds. Verbal agreement? Check. Term sheet? Signed. You're popping imaginary champagne. Act 2, have better idea. Suddenly, their portfolio darling needs the cash more. Your deal's now a distant memory. Act 3, pull out. Last minute rug pull, no apology, no plan B. Just a good luck as they sprint away with your dreams in their back pocket. Time for the founder exploitation, where your desperation becomes their playground. Step 1, cash starved. Your runway's a stub, and you'd sell your kidney for a term sheet. They smell blood. Step 2, commanded overseas. Fly to our LP summit in Dubai. Great exposure. Exposure doesn't pay the bills, but sure, you're flattered. Step 3, self-funded trip. Spoiler, no reimbursement. You're out airfare, hotel, and dignity, pitching to their rich friends while they sip vintage wine. At least the airport Wi-Fi was free. Beware the idea theft, where your pitch deck becomes their startup factory. Step 1, get your deck. Not our thing, but thanks, they say, pocketing it like a free sample. Step 2, clone your business. They hand it to their entrepreneur in residence, who churns out a carbon copy, same slides, same buzzwords. Step 3, fund the competitor. Millions pour into your idea's evil twin. When you call it out, oh, pure coincidence. Right, and I'm the Queen of England. Cue the empty vault, the grand finale of dashed hopes. Scene 1, closing day arrives. Wires scheduled. Teams buzzing. You're one signature from glory. Scene 2, awkward call. About that money. Their voice cracks like a teenager's. Scene 3, bank account. $0. Turns out our LP's flaked. Surprise. Their funds as empty as your inbox after this call. Fear not. Here's your VC survival kit. Trust but verify. Check every reference. Dig deeper than a PI. Talk to the founders they ghosted too. Get it in writing. Verbal promises are as solid as a chocolate teapot. No signature, no deal. Build options. One investor's a gamble. Keep 3 in play until the cash hits your account. And above all, keep your sanity. Laugh at the chaos. It's cheaper than therapy and twice as effective.